Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. So today we're looking at what I call the newbie modes in DCS. So DCS is obviously a very complicated sim. It's button for button realistic to the real aircraft, at least in the high fidelity models, so basically most of the models. And I was having a moan at the Tomcat the other day. I can't remember what I was moaning about. Something, I probably is snapping wings or something. And one of the comments I got back was, well, why don't you just play in game mode then? Which I think was just a sarcastic comment, but as you know, I have to check everything out in DCS. That's my job. And so we're going to check out game mode, something I've never tried, and you guys have probably never tried anyway. So we're going to go to options here, and we're going to go to, let me think, where is it? Gameplay, and you've got game flight mode that we can tick on there. I'm going to put it on a different way, but you can press it in there. And we've also got game avionics mode there. Okay, so that's two things that we can have on. In fact, sorry, I'll put it on here as well. And in fact, I'm going to put cockpit status bar on as well, because I still haven't figured out what that is. So I've got MISC, gameplay, flight mode on. Okay. And now we're going to go and jump in a jet and see what difference it makes. Okay, very simple. Blue guy and an AI red guy. We're going to be the blue guy. It's going to be the Hornet just because it's, you know, it's just the most detailed and updated plane at the moment, so it makes sense. Client. I'm going to go to the mission options just to absolutely make sure that everything's on. Cockpit status bar, we're going to force that on. Game flight mode, game avionic mode, everything is going to be forced on there. So we're going to save that. Before we go any further, let's go to the general purpose DCS manual and read what these are supposed to do. Stand by. Game flight mode. Game flight mode greatly reduces the complexity and challenge of flying an aircraft. When not selected, aircraft will use a more advanced flight model system that is more authentic but can be a challenge to first-time flyers. The game flight mode, however, makes flying the aircraft much easier and carefree. Okay, so it's going to simplify the flight model by the sounds of things. That's game flight mode. Game avionics mode, we have also included gameplay mechanics for the avionics that make the game more accessible to the casual gamer. With game avionics on, target indicators are added to the displays and shortcuts are available for targeting and weapons firing. Note when flying a mission with game avionics mode on, the KA-50 game control mode will be active. With the game avionics mode off, the sim control. So it's got a different set of controls by the sounds of things. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go into the game. Now, this is almost certainly going to be a video questioning you guys what these modes do, because I've had a quick play and it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going to get my F-18 here. First thing I notice is it has an external screen like this, a kind of arcade screen. Seems to roll a lot faster than normal. Otherwise, it seems to comply with normal conventions and aerodynamics. The model seems otherwise the same. I've just stored it there. If I press F1, I go in here. And yeah, it seems to stall. It seems to have the same flight model as normal. I don't know how to get back to that external rear view. F2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't get back to that view. So I'm inside now. And everything looks the same, to be honest. Now, what I have to make sure is that I've set up for, rather than sim, which is what you use for all of the aircraft, you can go to game here. And set up our access commands. Now, I've set up the joystick and the thrust. And it's simplified. You can see you've only got one thrust rather than two engines. The really annoying thing is you don't have access to set up an analog zoom view, an access zoom view, so you can't zoom in and out, which is weird. And if I go to all here, so all of the commands for the game, there's nothing here. There's literally no buttons apart from, what have we got? We've got the view buttons here. We've got just some general communication stuff, no particular use. We've got just some normal abstract miscellaneous things we can have here. Time, decelerate, view, and that's it. Zoom. So I suppose you could zoom in like this. Oh, it's going to be zoom in slow, so I can put that on there. Zoom out slow. See if that works. I can zoom in and zoom out now with weird buttons, but that all looks the same. The radar looks the same. I was promised an overlay or something. I don't have an overlay. Let's see if the radar works the same. Oh, I can't see the radar because I've got no buttons to... it just doesn't work as far as I can see. I've got no buttons to be able to use the radar or anything like that. I've got no TDC buttons. So as far as I can see, it just the game mode just doesn't do anything. So I'm a bit stuck on that. Let me know what you guys think about that. In fact, let's try another aeroplane. Maybe it's just not in the Hornet. So let's try another aeroplane. So let's go. Okay, so I don't know. What else should work? Mirage? That's been out for ages. That should do it right. So let's save that. Yes. Just double check all our options are on. Status bar, avionics mode, flight mode. Can't think what else would need. Okay, right, in our Mirage. Got the funky external view again. Ah, bugger. I don't have any control. Oh, look, this time we do get the zoom forwards and backwards. Everything seems to work here. Feels just the same as a normal flight model. Can't detect any difference. Stalls like a normal flight model, so it's not a kind of arcade model or anything. Everything looks normal here. Haven't had to set any controls up on this, which is nice. We've got working radar by all accounts. Okay, I guess this doesn't seem to make any difference at all. Unless I'm being really stupid, which is very possible. It all looks exactly the same. I guess we try and shoot down a baddie. Let's see if we've got any... Okay, we don't have any missiles, but let's try... oh god, what can we try? Try locking a target up, maybe? Scratch it. I don't have any command set up on the game. So we go to adjust control. Ah, Mirage doesn't have any game controls. So let's see if it has the normal controls then. Ah, there's a baddie on the radar, look. I'm going to move my TDC over to him. Going to lock him twice if I can. Locked him up. Normally, nothing untoward, nothing different. So, I'm just going to quickly reread what it says. So it says it should have a simplified flight model, which it doesn't. It says that it should have target indicators are added to the display and shortcuts are available for targeting weapons and firing. None of that's available, what I can see. Look, I'm not stupid, am I? Mirage 2000. There's nothing there. I guess I better try one with a game in it. So it mentions the KA-50 in the thing, but it's a long time since I flew a KA-50. How about this? You can't really simplify a Dora, can you? What else could we do? 14 doesn't have one. 18C has one, but it's a long time since I flew that. Let's try an F5E. That has a basic radar, doesn't it? We're going to try an F5. Either I'm being really stupid, or game mode and avionics mode just doesn't actually do anything. So what was that? F5. Here we go. Funky outside. Oh, look at that. Well, that was not expected. With an F5 with game mode and avionics mode on, we get this kind of, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we'll find out. And some bullet counter. So it does do something with an F5. Oh, look, I get a little thing. Okay, I don't have any buttons set up for this, so easy. This does have buttons, look. Kind of. Yeah, it's got thrust and we'll probably have fire and stuff like that. So I've already got the mouse. I've already got the thing set up. Access commands. It's already got. No, thrust is wrong. Search. Okay. Okay, so I can now fire without. It's a little bit loud, isn't it? I can now fire without arming my weapon or anything. So this is a true game mode. There's a baddie coming up. Ah, look, it's yeah, it does do something. Look, so you see, there's a baddie coming towards me. It's saying that it doesn't. I think for some reason it's constantly pulling up for some reason, so it's really hard to fly this. Is there a baddie coming? There is not. I can't see one. Is there actually a baddie coming? No, there's not. So what was that there? Oh, that must be an airport, look. How about that? Oh, hang on, am I inside now? Yeah, right. So how did I get into... Oh, I pressed F1. So the thing is, I can't actually... What the fuck? Oh, it's being a bit weird now. Okay. I'm back. So I don't have to press any weird buttons or anything now. I can just fire. See if I can stall it. Sort of. Oh, look, it still flies perfect. It still rolls and stuff at 100 knots. Oh well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. There is a baddie coming up. I guess let's shoot the baddie down in game mode. I get the feeling that I mean, I can't. Oh God, whatever I say, I get in trouble. So I don't know what I'm supposed to say nowadays. But I have to guess. It's the best thing I can do is guess. So I'm going to guess that it was something that was brought up in. I'm going to guess it was something that was designed in good faith when the first high fidelity modules came out. That would have been the A10C, KF50 to help people into the game. And I guess they spent 5 minutes on it and never really did anything with it, but it's still in there. That's my guess. Let me know what you think. Can't find anything official on it, but we're going to go through it now, through with it, and we're going to shoot something down. It does actually feel arcadey. It feels weird. So the F5 it does actually work on. I get the feeling that it's probably just given up on it. Oh, look at that! Yeah, haha. There's a baddie there. Supercap arcade mode. Can we speed up? Yes, we can. I wish I could get to external arcade mode. Get some arcade mode. Meow, look, it's dogfighting me. I'm going to get you with my lack of flight model. Look, I can go up at 80 knots. Right, so it does work in the F5. It just doesn't work in the other planes. So it probably works in the old planes and that's it. Get some! Get some! More lead, man, more lead! God, I can't even play goddamn game mode, look. What the hell's the matter with me? Right, don't worry. Don't worry, y'all. Do I get infinite ammo at least? Super Cap! To space! I've been practicing my gunnery lately on IL-2. Where you have to be accurate, obviously, in IL-2. You can't. And so I'm actually getting a little bit better, although I'm not great, obviously. As you noticed, probably. In fact, I'm just pretty shit still, as it turns out. And that's it. Right. Okay, so game mode is a thing. What's that little thing there, look? Don't know what these things are. What's 10 down at the bottom? Me. That's where we're facing. It's obviously a thing. It doesn't appear to be supported anymore. I get the feeling no one uses it. I can't really endorse it because it just doesn't seem to work in most of the case. Can we stall the aircraft? Don't think we can. No, we can fly around at 10 knots, look. So it is just really simple. It is what it said. It's really simplified. Shut up. So it is exactly as it says. It doesn't appear to be supported in the new modules anymore. It's probably dead. I don't think I'll get an answer from anyone on that, but that's going to be my suspicion. It is literally just, you can just pick up an aeroplane, have no flight model, so you can just fly around like an arcade and shoot stuff down without pressing any of the buttons or stuff like that. I don't really see any use for it in DCS, so I'm not surprised they stopped it. Well, half of the stuff you can do anyway without using game mode. This kind of little cheating map thing here, you can just press F10 if you've got the mission set up right, and you can just see bad guys there. The little triangle that it had showing where the bad guy is. I mean, you can turn labels on, off without going into game mode, and that does basically the same thing. So I don't think I can endorse this in any way as it stands now. If they develop into a full thing, maybe. From the feel of it, they'll probably get rid of it soon, but we'll see. I don't really know. Hope that was sort of helpful, and see you later.